Lobbying for your own interests.
Let's assume for financial reasons you have decided to lobby for yourself. My strong recommendation is to find an experienced lobbyist who has knowledge of your lobbying topic and the governmental unit that will be making the decision. But, maybe your organization is a little strapped for money in its budget and has a governmental affairs department or an executive director that can manage the lobbying. That's fine. Many corporations and associations have decided to do just that. You have a wide range of options open to you to help you achieve your goals, but let's do some background thinking first. Which institution or institutions of government have the power to achieve or block the policy decision you are concerned over? Know your target is the first major piece of intelligence you need. Since most of us are concerned about new laws or ordinances that impact our businesses, we might assume that our focus should be on the city council, county commission, state legislature, or even the Congress. Find out where the decision that affects you will be made and then focus on that institution. You might want to spend a little money up front to discuss with a lobbyist who has worked with that institution and is knowledgeable about the norms of behavior and expectations regarding lobbying and the members of the decision-making body. Make no mistake, there is often a great range of what is considered to be the rules of the game, even among similar level units in the same state. Urban and rural, religious and secular, Republican or Democratic, and professional and amateur, each comes with a different set of informal rules regarding what is normal and what is outside the norms. So before you do anything, make sure what you think you should do is acceptable. As was mentioned previously, it is very important to designate one person as the lobbying coordinator for your corporation or association. The reason for this is to avoid multiple messages or lobbying efforts that may be confusing or worse, counterproductive. The key to good and often successful lobbying is staying on the message as much as possible and making sure that all the personnel involved in the message are trained and coordinated. If legislators hear multiple or conflicting messages, they start to get worried and often decide to avoid the issue as much as possible since it could be politically dangerous to them. One of the tasks performed by the coordinator is the collection of materials and information that will be useful in the campaign. This can include information from your own organization as well as from other similar organizations, as well as information about the legislators or bureaucrats you wish to lobby. You will also want to gather information from other organizations that may be lobbying the body since they may be potential coalition allies that may work together with you to help achieve your goal. Finally, you will want to explore what other states or governmental units have done on the same issue to see if you can strengthen your argument for action or learn what to fight against or just what to avoid. There is no sense of reinventing the wheel, if you can avoid it. The next step after the information is gathered is the packaging of it in forms that can be easily understood and effectively packaged. The refined information can be distributed in one-page handouts during one-on-one visits, on websites, in mass media appeals, and in media interviews. One extremely important set of rules involves the creation of access to the decision makers. Usually, the lower the level of government is, the easier is the access to the decision makers. City council and county commission members are usually pretty easy to approach and to communicate your interests to them. Up a level and depending on the state, the members of the state houses of representatives and senates may be accessible in small, rural states or really tough to meet in those states with so-called professional-style bodies, such as California. I recommend the direct approach. Don't send emails or letters, but try to set up face-to-face meetings. As you already know, emails get trashed very easily and the people you want to talk to may get hundreds of emails every day. The key to access to legislators in many cities and states is going to their office, talking with their secretaries, and setting up a short, and I mean short, meeting. These people are always busy. Even those who are not very busy, act like they are, and so when asked the question, How much time do you need? The answer should always be, 5 to 10 minutes would be fine. Actually, that is all the time you need. I know that your office has collected lots of information to support your position, but this is not the time to dump it on the legislator. You need a printed one-page summary. Yes, boil your entire argument down to a single page. It should identify the problem, note its seriousness, link it to the legislator by explaining its impact on his, her district or the state in general, and clearly state the action that you want done. If you want a bill introduced, indicate you already have a copy of the proposed bill. If you want an already introduced bill passed or killed, clearly identify that bill and indicate where it is in the legislative process. If the legislator is really interested, the meeting may last longer than a few minutes and he or she may ask you for additional information, which you can provide at a later time. Play it by ear and always respond to questions with honesty and in a positive manner. Never threaten. Statements such as "if you don't support this, we will get you," are the kiss of death for your company unless you can carry out the threat. In reality, the tactic of burning bridges in the political game is rarely an effective path to follow. Even opponents on the specific bill you are concerned about this time may be potential allies in future lobbying campaigns or future years. Don't burn bridges.